All right, great. We are live. Well, hello, parents. That was a tech team in the back there. We're just expanding our reach. All right. So, if you don't know who I am, I'm Graham Matthews. I'm the founder and CEO of Empowered STEM, and we offer A-level chemistry courses. We're an A-level chemistry course boutique. We offer A-level chemistry courses in chemistry, biology, physics, and maths for those students that want to enroll in medical, dental, veterinary, financial, and engineering programs at the chosen university in the UK. So that's my usual intro. So I just want to welcome everybody here to this live stream. I believe we are now on, is it 3 different Facebook pages, YouTube, Instagram, YouTube Shorts, and TikTok. So a big thank you for the tech team then helping me get this one going. I want to pop into the live stream today, wherever you're watching it, and I wanted to tell you a story. Okay, and so this is what happened to me on the weekend. Here we go. On the weekend, I thought I'd take the family down to the park. The dogs can have some exercise. And I thought on the way down to the park, we live in the outskirts of London. I thought on the way down to the park, what we'll do is we'll stop off at a bike shop and I'll get some inner tubes replaced. Should be a 5-10 minute job at most. Okay, I don't have the skill set or the tools to do it myself or the time. And I thought, well, just slight detour. The first customer in, get the inner tube swapped out. Off we go down to the park. Called up the commercial bike shop, the big one at the end of the high street. Oh, they said it's a 2-hour wait, Graham. It's a 2-hour wait. You got to drop it off. Well, the team has to get to it. And I come back in about 2 hours. It's not really going to fit into my day there. So I went with a local bike shop. Now, as I said, I live in the outskirts of London. Local bike shop, called him up, right? He said, he can be there in about half an hour, 10-minute job. All they got to do is swap the inner tubes out. He's got all the tools, he's got the kit, he's got the knowledge. Competitively priced. Here we go. So went down there and it was a quaint street, and the street made me think of a street in New York. It's like these like leafy streets and little quaint bistros and coffee shops and little, charity shops and everything else you can look in. So I took the family down there and I met him. Right, he said, got the parts, got the kit right there, had his morning coffee. Here we are. 15 minutes. Oh, brilliant, I said. No, it's a nice sunny day. So, right, the family and I sat down and had a cup of coffee in the local coffee shop. It wasn't one of these commercial chains. It was an actual independent coffee shop run by a young woman. Really, really great cup of coffee. So we're sitting there having a chat. And of course, 15 minutes rolls into half an hour. Check to see how he was doing. Half an hour rolls into 45 minutes, an hour. I know the dog has to walk up and down the street and everything else. Check to go and see how the bike owner is doing. Before you know it, hour and a half, everyone's getting a little bit frustrated, a little bit hot. They want to go. Rolls into 2 hours. And so by now, I'm standing there, I'm trying to help out the bike shop owner because he was a nice guy. Now, right, as he stated, he's an immigrant to the country. This is his bike shop, and he's trying to help everybody out. And you could see that he had a nice personality to him, a nice disposition, but he was a chatty person that if somebody came in and said, oh, can I borrow a bike pump? Oh, can you give me a quote on this? Or, oh, can I pick this up? He'd have to stop and help them out. And so the issue was that the job he was working on, mine, okay, started to get pushed back further and further as the people came in. Kind of made me think of an episode of Seinfeld. So bottom line is, I, I had to stand there and, guide them along and say, well, the family's getting a little bit hot, a little bit overheated. Can we move things along here? I've really got to get them down to the park. We're blessed to be able to, we live right near a park. So we finally got it done. And of course, when he's doing it, he's talking to me and he said, well, he said, there's one thing that I don't believe in, Graham. And I said, what's that? I don't believe in paying taxes. And I thought, oh dear, he doesn't believe in paying taxes. Here we go. No, he said, I don't believe in paying taxes. And the reason that I don't believe in paying taxes, he said, is because that taking my tax money, my money when I don't want to pay the taxes, and they're sending it over to foreign wars. And they're bombing innocent civilians in foreign wars. And I thought to myself, well, not that I know a lot about the industrial military complex, but I'm pretty much certain that Britain doesn't bomb innocent people in foreign wars. But I thought to myself, what I got to do is I got to manage this situation. And what I have to do is I got to get him to speed up. But of course, he asked me the question, Graham, do you agree? And I said to him, well, actually, I don't agree, but on the other hand, I do need to get the inner tube swapped out and the wheels put back on so that we can all head down to the park because everybody, including the dogs, are now getting overheated. Well, why is it that you don't agree? He said, because you know what? They're stealing my money. They're stealing. And then they're bombing innocent people. And so I'm now complicit in bombing innocent people. I thought, okay, right. You know what? Possibly not the conversation I want to have at 10:30 on, actually, it was noon on a Saturday morning. Maybe not the best one to be having here. Okay. But I said, well, everyone's got their opinion. I said, just like, let me, pay up and then we're good to go. And of course, he wanted cash because, well, he pays cash, but he doesn't have to declare the cash, I guess. So I paid with credit card. Why? Well, because I didn't have the cash on me, number one. And then number two, to go prove a point that I believe that you should pay taxes. I do. And, I got thinking about it. I thought to myself, as I was getting the family back together again and wrapping up the situation at the coffee shop, I thought to myself, you know what? The poor gentleman, he has a really limited mindset. He has a fixed mindset and he has a limited worldview. And this is the reason why. He had a fixed mindset because he couldn't understand that his taxes actually go to other things besides funding foreign wars. All right. So his fixed mindset was around the idea that he lived on this one little street. This was his world. His fixed mindset was once he's come up with this conclusion, it's absolutely right in his mind. There's nothing else that you can possibly do to change it. And of course, he had a limited worldview because, well, he didn't see, like I said, that taxes go to pay, well, to sweep the streets, pick up the rubbish, pave the roads, pay for schools, pay for his health care. All right. So, like I said, I didn't say anything. I said, okay, that's fine. But it was when I was walking down the park that I thought about this. And I thought, the bit is this, is that sometimes when we start talking to parents and students before they enroll in our courses, sometimes what happens is this, is that they come in and the student has what we call a fixed mindset. Okay. And the fixed mindset the student has is this, is that they believe that their way of studying and revising is absolutely key. This is it. This is what worked for them at GCSE. And you know what? It's always going to be now. And the problem with that is, and we have to explain to them, well, yes, at GCSE, this set of study skills, this set of revision strategies, it worked really well. But the problem is this, is that that's what the GCSE, go the 8 and the 9, totally agree. It's not going to work for you at A level. Why? Because at A level, it's not just memorization, it's application of facts. In fact, the exam board has changed up the style of the exam. So now it's more novel situations and applications of knowledge and understanding to more complex problems. So your way of studying and revising is not going to get you the grade that you want, number one. But sometimes the parents, they also have the same, well, I hate to say it, but a really small world of view. Because what happens is this, is that the parents sometimes think, well, you know what? My child, my teen, they got it right at GCSE. They got the 8 and the 9, and so therefore I'm going to let them figure it out at A level because this is what I should do. I'm going to support them, but it's got to be the same thing, surely. And they don't understand that the larger worldview out there is that there's people out there, there's students out there that understand that you need to level up your skill set for study strategies and revision strategies so that you can start to become the type of A-level student you need to be. In other words, what they've got to do is they've got to level up their mindset from a GCSE to an A level. Okay. Now, another thing that sometimes the parents have a problem with is this one, is that they think through no fault of their own, they think the answer is one-on-one tutoring. I'll get my teen a one-on-one tutor. I'll go to one of these tutoring websites. I'll find the cheapest tutor out there or whatever. I think of my teen's education at the cost. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do one-on-one, all right, because it's cost effective. And this is what worked at GCSE. Therefore, it should work at A level. Or, unfortunately, they fall into the trap of the cheap group tutoring. I'm not even going to get into that one, parents. I'm not even going to get into that one. The cheap group tutoring, which is, 99 students in a room type thing. And my blunt answer is, well, if your teen didn't get it when there's 24 students in the room, well, then how are they going to get it when there's 99 students in the room? And so they have this limited worldview that it's either got to be one-on-one or it's got to be the group tutoring. And they don't understand that if they just expanded their worldview just a little bit, that they could walk into the arena, the area of an A-level chemistry, biology, physics, maths course. And this is going to make a world of difference to the outcome that the teen has, the grade that the teen has in the subject at the end of the course. Okay, so this is what sometimes happens with parents at the beginning of the conversation. But normally what happens is this, is that by the end of it, the teen begins to understand that, yes, you know what I did at GCSE is not going to work at A level. Why? Because otherwise I wouldn't be on the call now would I? Let's be blunt. If the teen is on the call with the parents, they're not getting it at A level. They understand this. They're mature enough to understand this. And they know that something has to be different. That they need to level up their skill set in the study strategies and revision plans. Okay? Now, having said that, the parent also takes this jump in the worldview. And after we talk to them about one-on-one and group tutoring versus what we do, this is when they understand and they think, oh yeah, I see the benefit of doing a course rather than group tutoring. I got it. And then this is when transformation takes place. And so it kind of made me think about what the bike shop owner, the issue that the bike shop owner had. He couldn't see past his fixed mindset to a growth mindset. that, maybe he needed to update his beliefs because you know what? How else do you explain all the other benefits that he had? He couldn't expand his worldview beyond the little street that he lived on because quite honestly, he enjoyed being the guy on the soapbox that always had an opinion about something. All right. Same thing with the parents. If we're talking to a parent and they think that the teen's education is a cost, then what happens is this, is that they go down the path of one-to-one or group tutoring and they don't get the result. And they're gambling with their teen's academic career because they may get the grade, they may not. Whereas if we go down if they move over to the other side where they start to see that the teen's education is an investment, then what happens is this. Now they have a different mindset. It's a growth mindset, and they have a different worldview. There's something larger than themselves. There's something larger than one-to-one and group. It's an A-level course. Now, parents, look, what I'm saying to you in these live streams, if they're making sense, you go, actually, Graham, you know what? I do catch your live streams and they do make sense. If they just resonate with me, well, then what you need to do is you need to reach out to us so that we can have a conversation. And look, it's really easy to do. If you're watching this live stream and you're thinking, right, I have a teen who's in year 12 or year 13, and what's happening is that they're taking A-level chemistry, biology, physics, and maths. It's not going according to plan. Something has to change. Now is the time to make the change. So what you need to do is you need to move over to Facebook, make it easier on yourself. Move over to Facebook, send us a message. A member of my team will reach out to you today. We'll have a conversation with you. It's a real easy conversation we have. We listen, you explain to us where your teen is academically in the course, the grade they've got, the career path choice, what they want to be, doctor, dentist, veterinarian, work in the financial field, engineer, even what university they want to attend. And then what we do is this, is that we just show you, well, this is the course that we offer. That is a solution to the problem you currently have. This is a blueprint that we follow. These are the results that we get. This is how long it's going to take. And so then we can easily move you from your teen for where they are in the markbook grade up to their predicted grade, up to their aspirational grade to an A in year 12, an A star in year 13, in less than 16 weeks. And this is normally when the parents, they decide that, you know what, their teen's education is not a cost, it's an investment. They move their mindset from a limited mindset to a growth mindset. And then they expand their worldview and they see that there's something out there beyond group tutoring. So, parents, hope I explained my point. My point is that don't have a limited mindset, don't have a small worldview. As one of my coaches says, step out of the circle of sameness. All right. Everybody take care, and I'll see you on the next one.